Love is practical in the most possible way. You cannot say bless you to your brother when your brother is hungry and you are in the position to help that brother. Good morning, you're welcome to Daily Dose. I bring you a word from the Lord, Matthew chapter 25 and verse 40. It says, the king will reply, I tell you, whenever you did this for one of the least important of these followers of mine, you did it for me. Now, this is a conversation about the judgment day and how judgment is eventually going to be administered unto everyone. And Jesus started this parable and then spoke about the judgment and how these things will happen. So he says that, I was hungry, you gave me food. He says, I was naked, you clothed me. I was in prison, you actually came to visit me. This is why it's important to note that our existence on the face of the earth is caring for one another. And that's why the two commandments that Jesus summarized, it says, love your neighbor as yourself. And this is why we know you love your neighbor. In fact, he said, Apostle John, who is one of the eldest apostles, said something. He says, we pass from death to life if we love the brethren. Love is practical in the most possible way. You cannot say bless you to your brother when your brother is hungry and you are in the position to help that brother. And it's important to note that this is the final analysis of it. How God helps us and how the judgment will be administered will be subject to the things that you did on the earth. So when we fail to administer care to one another, that's why sometimes it eludes me when people say they would rather be alone in their houses and watch church online. That's not administration of care. Even if you don't want to get care, you should be in a position to do something for other people. You cannot be in an environment where you are not doing something, not just for God, even for yourself. The way and manner in which this thing is done is that you don't focus on your life, you focus on other people. And there are so many people who will need your help in certain things. People always navigate or narrow everything down to naira and kobo. And then they say, why are you doing this thing? It's because you need money. It's because you want money. It's because you... No, not everything has to do with that. Because some of us understand that in the final judgment, on the final judgment day, it is that God says, I appeared to you in form of your neighbor. Did you do what you're supposed to do for them? You will see that conversation where God said, He says, mourn with those who mourn, laugh with those who laugh. It's because our existence is tied to other people existing. Nobody is actually born alone. People are born into families, and people are meant to care for one another within the confines of that family. And the church family is one of those things, and also the downtrodden and people in your environment generally. So be extremely intentional about giving care to one another, to giving care to other people, especially the people who do not have the capacity to pay you back. So be very conscious of that. It says, the king will answer, whenever you did it for any of my people, no matter how unimportant they seemed, you did it for me. So this is how God is going to judge. Every single act that you help other people in achieving will be accounted to your name. I hope that has blessed you this morning. Until tomorrow, when I bring you another word from the Lord, keep subscribing, liking, sharing. Blessings.